Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, ma'am. Senator Kennedy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've listened with great interest today, and here's what I hear you saying. The four folks to my left, I hear you saying that digital assets are different. Digital assets hold great promise. Digital assets need special rules. I agree with that. The obvious question is, what should those rules be, and to what extent should we allow you to draft them? I've also heard some of you say that digital assets represent the next generation of the internet. Well, we let the current generation of the internet draft their own rules, and frankly, it looks like what we got as a result looks like somebody knocked over a urine sample. Congress can't even agree on basic legislation dealing with privacy on the internet. How the hell are we going to tackle this? But I hear what you're saying. I hear Mr. Painter, as usual, if you follow him on social media, you know, all politicians are crooks. Very helpful.
Hey, folks. Welcome back to Liberty Trigger, where we defend freedom, expose hypocrisy, and keep Washington honest. So, I just watched one of the most chaotic Senate hearings on digital assets and crypto you'll ever see. Senator John Kennedy, love him or hate him, said what every American's been thinking. Congress has no idea what it's doing. And after watching the circus, he's absolutely right. Kennedy started off by saying digital assets are different, full of promise, and yes, they need some kind of rule book. But then he asked the real question: who should write those rules? Because let's be honest, Congress can't even pass a basic internet privacy law. These are the same people who can't balance a checkbook or set up two-factor authentication. And now they want to regulate blockchain technology? Please. Kennedy put it bluntly. If we let the same people who wrote the current internet rules handle crypto, we'll end up with another disaster.
I want to direct most of my questions to Professor Massad. Is that how you say your name?
Massad.
Mr. Massad. I'm really worried we're going to get this wrong. We don't know, we in Congress and our staffs don't know as much as the professionals in digital assets know. And I don't see how we can possibly catch up. Tell me more about your idea of having the SEC. Well, first, I don't want to run out of time here, but why is the digital assets industry so scared of being regulated by the SEC?
Well, I think we need to step back, Senator.
Briefly, please.
They don't want everything treated as a security because they don't want that entire framework to apply. But that's also because the SEC did fail to try to customize its rules to adapt for this technology, and it should do that. And you've got leadership at the agencies now who are working on those things.
You're suggesting that we turn to two of our agencies, one of which is the SEC, and say, you have expertise. Before we take a crack at a bill, you come up with a bill with rules, with regulations. Tell us how to do this. Because I hear you saying in some cases digital assets are commodities, in some cases they're securities.
Congress needs to fill the gap, which is if it's not a security, who's going to create a regulatory framework for it? So you do need to fill that. But these questions about exactly which is when is it a security, when is it not a security, how do we customize the rules, what should we do about DeFi, a lot of that should really be left to the agencies. You could establish some principles, but I wouldn't write detailed rules.
Have you looked professor at Congressman Hill's legislation?
I have in detail.
What do you think?
I think it's got a lot of problems. I think it's 236 pages of regulatory arbitrage opportunities for creative lawyers, and I used to be one that did that kind of stuff.
Made a lot of money, did you?
I did, but
Mr. Painter, do you think Senator Gillibrand is a crook?
No, and I do not think all politicians are crooks. And
Why did you call her a crook?
I did not call her a crook. Now, Ms. Senator, you need to
here's
focus
what I'm
on this
looking
bill.
right now.
You're doing this again. You did it the last
published a
hearing.
tweet that
You
said
need to
Senator
read the
Gillibrand's
bill.
role in stablecoin regulation, $217,000 in crypto donations. You tweeted that.
Yes, I
And
do.
then you said, the crypto industry is buying Congress and the White House. This won't end well. Why do you think the crypto industry is buying Senator Gillibrand?
I said, look at the campaign contributions from this industry.
Do you think they've bought her?
I said, look at the campaign
You said
contributions.
they bought her. Do you think they bought her?
Senator, you need to focus on this bill instead of trying to distort my Twitter.
You
Last
called
time,
one of my
you were
colleagues a
quoting
crook,
what a Marxist in
and-
Chicago said
And
about
what
me.
evidence do you
make
have
no
that she's
sense.
a crook?
I said there is massive amount of campaign contributions coming into this Congress from the crypto
Do
industry.
you want to apologize
You need,
to Senator Gillibrand?
I do not want you to have to apologize for passing legislation
want to
that
apologize
destroys
to
our
Senator
economy.
Gillibrand for calling
you
her a
are
crook?
distorting what I said, just like you did in the last hearing. You're wasting everybody's time, Senator.
You're a whack job.
Senator,
You are a
wasting.
majorly
Well, I think we are.
everyone's
next
time.
level
we-
whack job.
I think we
Is
are.
this
at
middle
time.
school, Senator?
Senators and witness? Thank you both.
I
for
think
your
you should
part-
apologize, Senator
I think,
Gillibrand.
Senator, you're wasting our time. This is not middle school.
Thank you for your participation. I will say that Senator Smith is next. The floor is yours.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. So, not so long ago, I
Now, one of the witnesses, Professor Massad, admitted the crypto industry doesn't want the SEC in charge because the SEC refuses to adapt. And that's the real story here. The government doesn't want to regulate crypto. It wants to control it. Crypto was created after the 2008 crash, when Washington bailed out Wall Street and left the little guy behind. It was built to escape centralized power. But the swamp can't stand that. They can't tax it easily. They can't track it easily. So now they're scrambling to pull it under their thumb, all while pretending it's about protecting investors. Then Kennedy brought up a 236-page crypto bill from the House, and even the witness called it a lawyer's playground full of loopholes. Typical Washington. They can't build anything, but they sure can write 200 pages of nonsense to make sure lawyers and lobbyists get rich. And just when you think it couldn't get worse, boom, the hearing melts down. Kennedy presses another witness, Richard Painter, over tweets accusing Senator Gillibrand of being bought by crypto money. Painter denies it, voices rise, and suddenly we're watching a bunch of adults call each other whack jobs on the Senate floor. Seriously, this is who's running our country. Here's the truth, folks. Crypto represents something Washington fears most: freedom. Freedom to send, save, and build without permission from bureaucrats. Freedom from inflation and the printing press. Freedom from a financial system that always protects the elites first. And that's exactly why they want to regulate it into oblivion. Because when you control money, you control people. Senator Kennedy was right. We're in danger of letting people who don't understand technology write the rules for the future. If Congress can't even agree on a basic privacy bill, they have no business dictating how digital innovation works. Crypto isn't perfect, but it's ours, not theirs. It's freedom, not control. And if we hand it over to the same swamp that can't secure a budget or a border, we'll lose it before it even has a chance to grow. So stay sharp, patriots. Keep speaking up. Because once Washington gets its hands on something new, it never lets go. I'm Liberty Trigger. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button, share this message, and as always, God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.